Hello, and today I'm going to be fixing my Razer Ouroboros mouse. Basically what was wrong with this mouse is the left trigger is continuously double clicking. This is the second time I've been in this mouse. The previous issue with this mouse was that the middle click stopped working, so you're going to see some surgery pains from that. It broke a few days later again, so I rebound the middle click to one of the two middle buttons. But okay, let's start opening up this mouse. And my screwdriver is gone. Fantastic. Found my screwdriver. Now the first thing we want to do here is we want to start peeling off the pads. Just gently. I'll attempt to do it gently. There's two screws down there. Two pads gone, and then left off the stickers that weren't attached properly anymore. The sticker went down much better. Okay, try and get this one out. The other option is just to pierce the sticker, but I would prefer not to do that. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Come on. You know what, I'm gonna leave that sticker right there. Then I can take off this back piece. Completely just slides out. The battery went a long time ago on this one, so when I never bothered to replace it because I always use it as a wired mouse. Let's see if I can remember how this is barely attached. There's not really anything underneath there from what there's two little screws over there. These look to be standard Phillips. That's nice. I can pull off the side piece if it'll let me. No screws there. Let's remove these. Find the right bit for this. I'm removing this screw and then this screw and all of the above ones. Okay. I'm using a magnet to keep my screws together, like okay. I removed the 4 screws. Let's see if there's anything that's kind of loose. Nope, nothing yet that's loose. Okay, take out another screw. We get this one and the mission that it is. Oh, there we go. There's something loose. There came something loose. Okay, so those 3 release. Looks to be this. See if the other side comes loose. Oh, that's kind of loose. Something holding it back here, so I'm going to assume it's those tiny ones, and that is also a Phillips head. See if the screwdriver can screw it out. Yeah, it actually takes. Yeah, it's definitely that's keeping it in. Fuck. On the screw. Okay, so that wing came off. See if we can get this one to catch. I don't particularly feel like swapping out. I'm gonna have to swap out my bit. That's the tiny bit. Oh, that's actually a lot easier. Let me just get that out without it flying away. Alright, then we can take this one off. Okay, now I need to find something else that opens up. No other screws that I can see. Let's give it a... see if I can find anything that has a seam. Oh, there's 2 screws over there. I think those are 2 screws. Yeah. Are they? Can't determine what type it is. Let's try another screwdriver. I think it's some sort of hex screw. That seems to fit. Or not. I wonder if I stripped them now the last time I was in this thing. Okay, let me get another set of bits. See if that works. Okay, got another tool set. See if that has a bit that can take onto these screws. If that bit can take. Yeah, this one. Yeah, that definitely takes. Okay, let's see what that released. I'm going to assume that's the battery clip. Something to do with the battery clip or the top half. Yeah, that's the top half. We get this one out. And then the other side. Yeah, man. Okay, something did go. Okay, that's the top half that is loose now. And then we have this piece that is loose. The back side. Oh, pop off the battery holder. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. There we go. You can see the junk that was in here. Let's just detach that ribbon before I rip it. This is gonna be a bitch to put back, but meh, alright. Up you go. And then on the other side. Up you go. And release. Okay, so that's the battery wire. This is probably some... I don't know what this ribbon does. I actually don't care what it does. And here are the two components that I am after for the button interface. You can see my previous focus. You can see my previous surgery attempt over there to save the middle click. That was completely pointless. And then you have the rotary encoder over here. And then the brain of the mouse sits under this part of the... No, I'm incorrect. There's the brain and there's the laser. But all I care about is getting to this PCB. So I can pull out these components. The two, it's they call it micro limit switches. I wouldn't call it a limit switch. It's just a button. Okay, so silver screw there. Goes on the magnet. Silver screw over there. Goes on the magnet. Let's see, coming out. Okay, that's attached to the... How violent can I be with this? Let's see. Pop. There's a connector underneath here. It looks like a JTAG, not JTAG. Your standard SWD interfaces for your ARM chips. It looks like that interface. I think there's a pin header underneath here. But I think there's a pin header underneath here. Yep. Yep. That's holding the board in place. This ribbon is attached to the bottom board. Point in that being there. Yep. What's holding this down aside from the mouse itself? Now that I can feel. It's something something on this side holding it down. Okay, I didn't damage it. At least I don't think I did. This is the LED they use to light up the light pipe in here for the wheel. Okay, so that comes out. You can see even better the disaster that was this. I couldn't find one of these buttons. Okay, so I'm actually, let's see how lucky I am, because I bought components before checking if they actually fit. Sales rep even asked me, are you sure these are gonna fit? I'm like, it's $50 or $800 to replace a new one. And it seems that they do, that they are actually the same footprint. Here's the new one. There's the part number. Focus. There's the markings on it. There's no other markings on it besides those on the side. Okay, so we can move this entire mouse out of the way. And now, somehow I need to remove the old buttons and put in the new buttons. So, I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this. But you live and you learn, eh? Iron is to heat. Let's see what I can do about getting them out of the mouse. Probably add flux. This solder is very old and it's lead free. Happiness of having a lead free solder. Let's add some lead to it. Okay, let me see if I can find my solder sucker. I have found my solder sucker. You can see, probably, I haven't used this in months. Okay. Let's attempt to pull the solder out of here. Struggle, struggle. Okay, let's see what I have done here. Still not moving an inch. Okay, what do? We flux it some more. Okay, and then we attempt some more solder sucking. So what I'm now trying to do is to pull out the switch, or persuade the switch to come out, or I am going to... Wait, let me if I can check something here. It's the same damn part. Okay. Since it's the same part, I'm not going to be gentle with this. Okay. Let's see if I can't get this thing out with a pair of pliers. I'm 100% out to break this. Just trying to break the pins off. Or to shatter the casing that's holding Switch is out now. Okay, let's clean this up. Add some solder to it. Okay, this one still has a pin in it. We get the pin out. Clean out that hole. Clean out that hole. Attempt to clean this one. But I'm gonna have to hit it from the other side. Yeah, that's one button out. I'm not gonna be gentle with this one. I'm just straight going for murder, for the fucking kill. Let me get a pair of side cutters. Tiny bit of damage to the board, but it doesn't look like anything serious since there's a massive ground plane there. Now we get the pins out of the switch. The pins out of the PC board, not out of the switch. Pins are out now. And now we just open up the holes. What we do is, actually I should be doing this from this side so I don't damage anything on the bottom. By the way, what I did to this thing previously, don't do that to a client. If you have a client, don't do it to a client's board. This is my own property. If I fuck it up, I fuck it up and I buy a new one. Yeah. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, now let's see if I can fit one of these switches in. No, that's the wrong way around. There we go. That's the new switch in. Get another one. And if you're looking for one of these switches, it's called what I searched for is a micro limit switch. Not that it is really a limit switch, but that's where I found it. It has a nice clicky sound to it if I can get it past my noise gate. So, now what we do is we flux it and we solder in the switch. A bitch to solder a black board. Let's see what's going on it. And that should fix my Razer Ouroboros. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to clean it with isopropyl alcohol where I soldered so that the flux is gone. Because this is the flux I'm using is acid flux, and it eventually corrodes through a board if you don't clean it off. If you don't clean it off and just leave it on the board, it will chew through the substrate. Okay, so those are my two new mouse buttons. Now what I need to do is I need to put the wheel back in. That's the wheel back in. Haven't found anything equivalent for that. And then into the wheel I have to put the little LED board. Okay. And what I need to do is I need to realign the PC board so that it just goes straight down. It's a lot easier getting it back in than getting it out, which is usually not actually the case. Is there anything that's mounting that? There's a little mounting there. Okay, so mount this here somehow. Probably be using the tweezers for this. Yeah. Those are the two mounting points. Then I have to somehow get this ribbon cable back into the connector. Okay, this is gonna be a bitch to do. Oh. Fuck. Come. Go in. Oh, I hate ribbon cables. There's nothing more I hate in this fucking world than a fucking ribbon cable. There we go. Now clip in, you bastard. Clip in. And stay there. Jesus. I forgot to put in the screws, huh? Yep. What stupid method can I use yet? Fuck me. Okay. Hide in the silver one. There. Silver screw in. And then we have this bastard that sits right next to the fucking ribbon cable. Okay. Somewhere here should be a slot for the back end just to clip in. That one's clipped. Now don't tell me that switches to cockman. So I need to attach it to the front first. Okay, something hooked now in place. That shouldn't have been hooked in place. There we go. Okay. So don't clip the back on first. You can see there's two pitch black clips here that slide into the front over here. So first slide the front end in. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, let's fix the mouse. Let's be cheap. I'm so scared I'm gonna rip that ribbon cable. Did that fuck the thing? No, it's still in place. Okay. So somehow I need to hook this. Problem is I'm effectively working blind here. Okay, so one side goes in nicely. And the other side's being a stubborn bitch. Come on. Come on, you. Fucking. Oh! It's fucking in. Yeah, and you can hear the clicking. Now I need to find those 4 screws on my magnet. They go in like that. Another one. Okay, let me have a look. See, that seems to have lost a few screws. Typical. Nope. Don't you fucking fall. Not those. No ways is that screw. Let me first attach some of the other screws, but I have less to work with. Go in here. Another one back in there. There's one of the screws I was looking for. Okay. Goes into the side here. And there's the other one. Okay. Yeah. So the rest should be the normal and the peeny weeny size screws. So this. Oh, for fuck's sakes. At least it's all the same type of screw. Carefully that I don't strip the entire thing. Once back in, then I do just what I think I've did. How does this go? Brilliant. The back piece. The back piece don't need. This is side clips. Don't need this. Alright. Okay. We put back in. Oh, that's a very tiny screw that I got there. Next piece. Okay, and that should be that for that piece. We have 2 large screws left. That's the outer one, and then we have this one left underneath. And I'm being quite ballsy reassembling this whole thing, because for all I know, this doesn't even work anymore. But I see no reason for it not to work. I'm not gonna put back that sticker on the side. Okay, now I'm gonna put back the 2 beanie weenie screws. Okay, and that's the screws. I have 1 extra screw, which I have no idea where it goes. The mouse is solid. It clicks again after practically destroying the original switch. There's how it looks. Let's get some focus over here. Okay, so that's how the switch internally looks after me destroying it. One of the enclosures. Yeah. Piece of metal, a piece of copper for one of the contacts. And this is a really flimsy type of connector. Oh well, piece of metal is literally, it feels like a tin foil almost. That's that's used for the switch contact. But I think after 10 years you wouldn't expect much more. There's one of the other pieces. Ah, I need to put on my pads again. Okay, so let's see if this works. And as you can see, my mouse is clicking. Actually it's very difficult to show what it was doing, but as you can see, it's not creating. It was double clicking like it would if you had like, oops, if you had like 2 tabs or something like that, it would close both the tabs simultaneously. Okay, so that is my Razer Ouroboros fixed. If you liked the repair video, a like, share, comment and subscribe would be appreciated. Thank you, have a nice day. Flying away. Ah! Stay. Stay. Don't fucking fly away on me. There we go.